Hey, everybody.
Hey.
It's me. It's
And me.
Lachlan.
And me.
And Mikaela.
Thank you.
And we're back for another week of Grab the Trace.
We are.
And I just want to ask how you're all going. You having a good week?
Good.
Okay.
No, we're good. We're good.
We're
I'm
good.
You're good.
I'm good. You're good. We're all good. Everybody is
Amazing.
He's good. My throat's a little bit sore. You might be asking, Lachlan, my goodness, what an amazing outfit you're wearing. Is that a button-up blue shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Aren't you a little bit toasty in that with the T-shirt underneath? I am. Are we seeing the T-shirt? No.
Why?
Did someone spill spaghetti sauce on it because they just had dinner? Potentially. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
You can now see the beautiful new influencer lighting that we've got on hand.
Influencer lighting.
We've got ring lights. As I
Makes
put
a
that back in the right spot. And it's Inspiration Gram week, Mikaela.
It is.
And boy, howdy do we have a humdinger this week.
Do we just?
One of them, it just got sent through the electronic mail today.
Who did that?
I don't know. Someone's doing a lot of research, a lot of hours behind the desk,
Oh.
just finding these beautiful things. So before we jump in,
Yep.
I know you've said you've been good.
Yep.
Is there anything happening in your life that's going well? I mean, this is the day we're recording. I'm about to go on holidays for a couple of days. And then next week is our week off because I'm going to Cairns. So 2 weekends in a row, I'll be enjoying myself. And then we're back into it.
Yeah, because you know what happens in 2 weeks' time?
What?
My husband goes away on a holiday to New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Without me.
Oh, without you?
Yeah.
When is that happening?
He's going with the boys.
Oh, the boys.
The boys, yeah.
I've actually got something to tell you. I am also going on this trip.
You're like, oh my God, same.
Oh my God, that would be so exciting to get invited to that. Oh
No,
my
it's
God.
fine. I'll stay here with the dogs.
Yeah, we can do like a full. Oh no, I probably wouldn't do like a full weekend of doing podcasts. Like that might be the end of the show.
No, we could. I reckon we can do some.
I think it's also
fun
important to note today is the 1st of July, and I know I made a promise to the people.
Oh, it's
that I
end
was
of
gonna-
financial year.
I've
you
run
know
out
what
of time.
That means.
Do you know what? I was nearly going to pretend to have done it and like played it on the soundboard and be like, "So I bring you this," but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I wussed out. Now the production value's gone up. Who knows? It's a whole new year.
It
a whole new
is.
financial
A whole
year.
new financial
a
year.
whole new happy EFS, everybody. It's a whole new financial year to try and get this one sorted.
Do you know like names? Can you like name drop, or do you know a few architects there?
At Mize Elliott.
Yeah.
I think I went to uni with one of the guys who works there called Aiden.
Okay.
Aiden Weir. I think
You've already got a foot in the door.
Yeah, I've got a foot in the door. I think we're like Facebook friends or Instagram friends. I just need to just slide on in, just like a little snake, slide on in.
Slide.
Hey. I see you. What's up?
I really like your work.
Yeah. Oh, what accent's that? Am I going to the Americas?
No, it's just you. It's like your awkward accent.
Oh, awkward accent. That's very, very beautiful. Hey. Well, everybody, hey yourself. And let's just play the music. Let's just get into it. I'm going to press the wrong button. No muting this week. Welcome to Grab the Trace, a home design podcast here to help you deliver your next project to its full potential. If you're looking for some tips and secrets whilst building a new home, renovating, or even just picking some window furnishings, stick around, pull up your plans, and let's grab the trace.
Huh?
2 from 2 episodes in a row. I've got you with the pre-start. This time I did it facing away from the camera.
Oh, that got me good.
So let's cut to the chase. Let's cut this cheese. Let's get it going.
Let's
all right.
slice
So
it
we've
up.
got a beautiful, why wouldn't it be a beautiful project? I mean, Mikaela brought it to us, so it was always going to be a winner.
Credit where credit's due.
Credit where credit is due. And speaking of credit, let's just hit the reels out. Let's hit the
pause button.
the credits. Are you going to sneeze or have you got something in your eye?
I've literally got something in my eye.
Is it an eyeball? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, everybody.
It's these long, luscious
Oh,
lashes.
these lush lashes. My goodness. Trust me, I know you'll struggle. Actually, you know what, everybody at home, if you ever hang out with me in real life, you'll know I'm stressed. And Mikaela knows this because I pick my eyebrows.
Oh, it's such a weird little tick.
It's like a little tick. A little tick. I'm in a meeting and someone's talking down to me. I'm like, yep, that's fine by me. And I
Oh,
just
you
pull
want
one
that
out.
tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
No problem.
No problem. I'm not stressed at all.
eyebrows.
Yeah,
Look
I'm going
at
to come
you,
in.
like-
You know how do you know Charlie Puth, the like recording artist? He's got
Yes,
like
with the
the
scar.
bulldog scar where he got
he
bit
was in
by
a
a dog or something.
No, he was in a car accident.
Was he in a car accident?
Yeah.
Caitlin's told me a fib.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Listen, live
I'm gonna
Google
go-
before you know what's so funny? We started the episode with let's just get into it.
Let's just roll into it. None of
But
this chitty
before
chatter.
we do, we must find out what happened to Charlie Puth that created the scar. Because I'm probably going to electively...
Oh my God, it was.
a bulldog
He
or was a
received
car?
when he was attacked by a dog aged just 2 years old.
Well, here's the thing. Actually, you know what? I need to backpedal. I don't know if it was a bulldog. That's just an assumption I've made on my end. But that's the word on the street that I got. And I'm in the hip-hop community. I'm in the pop groups.
Whoa, his eyebrows really messed up.
It is, but he makes it work, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
I think the only thing he could do to make it look worse would be to put an eyebrow ring through it.
Oh.
That's like really, really drawing attention to it. Also, thank you everybody for the comments on my hat. It's a really nice French connection.
Oh, is it?
So
are you being the client again?
I am.
With
Oh
your-
my goodness, we might be working on the apartment after this.
With your hat complex.
Without further ado, let's just give the credits.
Yep.
I was trying to say the word credit before and I was like, let's give the notes or something, but I think I said credits
No,
anyway.
I'm genuinely excited for this one. One, this is not an Australian designer or architect.
Oh my goodness, the American accent's on brand. I'm walking here.
Where is it actually?
It's in New York.
Oh, it is New York.
It's New York.
Oh, even better.
New York, New York.
New York, New York. Good song.
Start spreading the news. We're coming today. We want to be a big part of it.
No, I'm
How did you
excited.
find this?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Pinterest. No, I actually came across a photo of another one of their projects on
Did
Pinterest.
you?
And then I went deep and you know how you like, I'm sure everyone does it. And it's the same thing with like trolling and you're like, oh my God, how did I get here? And suddenly I'm looking at like puppy dogs on Pinterest. It's weird vibe. But I clicked on an image, which clicked on an image, which clicked on an image.
Yeah.
And then I went to their website and then that's when
You just
I
fell in love.
Fell
in love.
And this is one project.
Yeah.
Like there is literally 30 projects. I think I added like 800 pins today
Just
to my
of theirs?
Pinterest. Yeah, pretty close.
That's a heavy hit.
Yeah.
So, who are they? You might be wondering at home.
Yes.
Mikaela, do you want to read the little credits we've got up?
So the designer that I'm talking about is Chango and Co. The construction for this particular build or project was by All Dimension and photographed by
Nicole Frazen and Chris Coe.
Oh, thank you. And videography also by Chris Coe.
And we will be putting a link to the video because that's
Yeah.
right. There is a 2-part YouTube series that
go
we
check it
definitely
out.
did not watch to get design hints on like what's happening with this
Well,
just before.
I feel like it explains the floor plan a little bit
I
better.
think it does. And this is a brand new build. This is like April 2020. We finished this one. This is
a
going to look
brand new
stunning.
reno.
Brand new. Yes. Sorry, you're right in terms of when it was completed. So you're going to look at this and I'm going to click on the count of 3. Oh my goodness. Now you can see it. How cool is that? The power of editing.
It's beautiful.
So we're talking brownstone. We're talking New York. We're talking I'm
3
walking
stories.
here.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. And
Beautiful. I'm laughing
I
if
think-
it's like in Upper Manhattan or something. It's nowhere near like.
yeah, it's actually not even close. It's actually in Gowanus. It's across the river.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's worth it. It's
We're in
worth
a different
the drive.
borough. We're not on the island. So we've got the ability now to open up the images.
Yep.
I've been banned from driving the images because of we all know what happened last time. I'm so sorry to Ben
Goodness.
Cowley and the gang where I tried to navigate that and completely stuffed it.
It's so fun.
You know what? I've actually stuffed a few things up recently.
Really?
So I remember when we were doing the house plan attack thing and I realized I'd downloaded the wrong plan about halfway through. That's going to be another Instagram reel as well.
Oh,
Like the
perfect.
moment where in
And
my
you're like-
eyes, I'm like, shit.
Nah, honestly, I love that. It's like just
It worked out
challenge.
fine.
It honestly did.
You know what? It's not the only thing that's challenged right now. So let's
Not
jump
wrong.
in. You're not wrong. So Chang & Co, as we said,
Yep.
beautiful
Chango
building.
and Co.
Chango. Oh my goodness, you're so right.
It's okay. Don't butcher the
You're
designer's
so
name.
right. You're so right. Let's not stuff up the credits. So let's just start at the beginning.
Yep.
At the beginning here.
At the
so
beginning.
this is just giving me vibes. Now you might be thinking, oh my goodness, look at that little apartment building. Wrong. Row home. All of this is the one house. Mm-hmm. Like, are you for real?
It's so nice. Like I just get maybe I'm just being a girl, but like full Sex in the City with the whole.
Did we find out if we could zoom in? Oh my goodness, I've stuffed it already. I'm so sorry. I'm hands off the keyboard.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to zoom in on the lettering. I'm like losing my mind already.
Just.
I don't think it's worth it. Oh, no, it's gone. All right. It's the website. It's the website's it. All right, whatever. You're getting full Sex in the City vibes.
Yeah, I'm getting full Sex in the City vibes.
Have we talked about which character you think you'd be from Sex in the City as well?
Charlotte. See, but
yeah,
then I'm
you
like,
are very Charlotte.
Am
person.
I hoping to be Charlotte? But everyone's like, oh, you're a Miranda, and you're like,
honestly, for a second, you hung onto the hoe in hoping for a long time. There, I was like, Mikaela.
I'm not a Samantha, and I'm not a Carrie.
No, Carrie's a little.
She's too erratic.
I'll be honest with you, I'm probably Carrie. Like out of all of them, it's the one that's like you're the
Carrie.
main character.
You are.
We
Carrie.
get it.
You love the drama.
But to be honest with you, Charlotte is the best of them all.
Oh, thank you.
I rate Charlotte highly. I don't actually like Big, but that's a different story. He's not my.
Are you Aiden? You're Team Aiden, aren't you? Not Team Big.
You know what?
I was Team Big all the way.
I think Charlotte's husband's like my favourite.
Oh, the Jewish?
Yeah.
Or the first husband?
Jewish.
The Jewish
Yeah, I think that's him. I think that's the one I'm thinking of.
Or the first husband.
I can't even remember what the first one. The Scottish. No, it must be the second one.
Bald guy?
Yeah, bald guy. Yep. See, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to go bald.
Harry.
Harry. Beautiful name.
Is it Troy? Troy was the first.
Troy. Troy's not very, I don't know how I feel about that name.
No, neither.
Yeah, whatever. Let's get back
I don't know, but then I'm like Brad Pitt and Troy.
Yeah, but I mean, Troy is a place. Troy is a person. Not so much for me. But what is for me?
I just get betrayal with the big horse vibes.
I've tried like 3 times to fix my mistake of going off topic, and I'm like, you know what is for me is this part, and you're like, but the horse is really the betrayal of the horse.
The naked scene of Brad Pitt,
dude. You know what? That movie is so good.
Honestly, you can watch Fight Club, you can watch Troy. Enjoy Brad Pitt of all ages.
I think that's the only. Do you have like movies where you get angry at a certain actor for doing, not because they were bad in it, but just because you're like, why did you have to have that character in your repertoire? Like Orlando Bloom as Paris really annoys me in that movie.
But he plays it so well because I'm like, you little
bugger.
You little bitch.
You little bitch. Paris.
Yeah, like he just played it so well because I disliked him so much, and you just get that whole like, ugh. You're so. How dare you do that to your brother?
Do this to Hector.
Oh.
Hector. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
stolen valor of the cousin as well. All right, let's move on. So as we said, Troy the movie is for us.
Okay, I can't wait for you to edit all of that.
I'm not editing any of it. So
totally
the brownstone, the cleanest brownstone on the block.
Let's talk about the architecture.
Let's do it.
Because again, the interiors are going to blow you guys away. So let's get on to a beautiful 4-story.
We're looking at a lot of intricate detail here. We're talking about the kind of almost like the keystones above each of the arched windows, and then even they're not really arched, these ones in the middle, but they've got a slight curve to them, and it's almost like a progression where you've got the bottom, like this door with the gilded lettering and the but just beautiful proportions.
Stunning.
It doesn't need to necessarily reflect what's happening next door, but it does perfectly. It's just set down slightly. They would have probably been built the same time.
Is it called a frieze? Where the parapet is.
Yeah. I think that's correct. Yep.
Yeah, go me.
Just beautiful. And honestly,
what's the parapet detail called?
I
know that's
no
called
clue.
Something.
I'm not smart enough to know these things, Mikaela.
Parapet, header. Come on, there was all these. You would have had to do it in architectural history.
I got nothing for you. I know Doric and Ionic and Corinthian columns.
That
it.
Oh.
That it.
That it?
That it.
You knew a phrase.
I think, I'll be honest with you, I just agreed because you said it.
What, you know an oculus?
Yeah, I know what an oculus is because we had the whole Parthenon Pantheon chat and I accused you of being wrong and then you were right. Let's move to the next image because it's the same thing, just a different angle. Same, but different. So
I love all the new balustrading. So this is actually, and at the end of this episode, we'll be able to show you the befores and after.
Yep.
And the before photo, actually the entrance is straight off the street at this like basement level. So they've actually created this brand new staircase up to a new front door. So all of that, which looks like a part of the original building, is actually all new. So I think they've
tied this in so beautifully with the materials.
And like even the front door, like that dead set looks like that's what came with the building. Like
it's just the amount of like love and care that's been shown to this building like makes me feel a little bit guilty for the house that I renovated at Ipswich.
Oh,
because that house, like I tried to restore things, but then I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Investment property.
It's fine. We move on. We digress. We move on. I think that's all the external photos from the street. So we're about to move into something. And the first thing I saw, I was like, of course, Mikaela sent me this. This is the Boucle Palace to me.
It's so nice.
What a dramatic change from the outside to the inside here.
Right? Isn't this just like...
It's just a breath of fresh air. It is so calming. This is what I think every Airbnb should be styled like. You should just melt, but in a good way. Like you're melting in a way where everything around you is so soft and inviting.
Don't you?
You just let your defenses down. You're just like,
don't
this
you just
is
think
it.
You'd come home from work and just be like, instant
I don't think I'd ever go back to work.
Okay, so I'd be working from home full time.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I'd be working from home teaching other people how to get this kind of a house. It's just stunning. It really is. Like
it's beautiful. The styling throughout this. So obviously the interior design aspect is one thing, but the styling is
it's next
just
level,
superb.
isn't it?
It's
next
superb.
level. All right, let's keep motoring here. So same thing, slightly wider angle, and we get a glimpse of a fireplace here. Now, the other thing we get a glimpse of here is the lighting. And the lighting in this project
is out of this world.
Bomb. It is so well thought through. Like there's little things that I like would maybe change that's not my personal taste or I'm not as in love with. Like for instance, you'll see there's like square downlights.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe you would just go, because you've got the curves and the arches and all this kind of stuff going on, maybe you just go as like a normal circular one. But boy howdy, we've got so many little things that I'm seeing here that I'm already getting excited to show you all. Like the handles on these cupboards on the right hand side.
Stunning.
The fireplace.
The plaster work and the form of that fireplace, how clean it is. I feel like it's so easy when you have these big budgets or big potential budgets, when you have this incredible shell of a house to just be like,
oh my goodness.
Okay?
I'm going to have to drop the bass on that, everybody. My voice definitely didn't just crack. I definitely didn't just have a blowout.
How old are you? Not sure. Okay. Do you just want to go die now?
No, listen, it's fine. It had to happen to me one day. It had to happen.
To what?
It had to happen to me one day. I had to hit puberty.
Okay.
It's just unfortunate that it happened today. Just unfortunate. At 29 and a half years old, it struck me today on the podcast day.
Okay. What I was getting, which I think is an important point, what I was trying to get at was when you are given these incredible budgets, when you're given these incredible shells, like this architectural building, it would be a dream to be able to just be like renovate it from top to toe.
Yep. Let's clear house and let's just run through.
But I feel like it's so easy to get carried away in a design and to just be like more is more, where this is so pared back, which for me, it actually highlights and makes it more elegant. It makes it even greater of a design because there's no fluff anywhere. There's no frills. You notice that fireplace. There's nothing on it. There's no art. There's no
TV.
Nothing, no decorative elements. There's no TV.
The first thing when you walk into this house is this formal sitting space, destination space.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, if I never got to go further in the house, I'd die a happy man.
Yeah.
It's just stunning.
It's really and it's not huge. Like these brownstone buildings, they're not wide. No. They're not massive expanse of space. Like
no.
And
it's maybe like 8 meters wide.
Yeah. And it
maybe a little bit bigger than that. It's not much.
No, it's beautiful. I'm obsessed.
But like even we get
is that the whole width? That is. Isn't it?
I think there's one more like window worth because you got the door.
Room.
Yeah. So I think on the let's just backtrack here. No, that's the whole width.
Said. That's what I thought.
The whole width.
That's what I said. The whole width.
That's an inside joke for the gang. That's insane,
that's what
isn't it?
That's what I was getting when you were like 8 meters. I'm like,
shivers me. You might be right. It might be 6 or something. My goodness. What I was going to say, we're already getting hints of like palette that we're going to see throughout here. There's one image that I nearly actually passed out at my desk today looking at it, but We've got the boucle on the couches. We've got like, is that either like, it's either a timber or like a travertini kind of.
It looks like a stone
for these like little coffee
table
tables.
nest. Yeah.
We've got a big old, like, is that like a loopy pile carpet? I can't even see.
No, it's a rug.
It's a rug. Sorry, pardon me.
Yeah, it looks
the
like
portable.
It
carpet.
looks like a linear loop pile.
Yep,
Probably a wool, and then we've got the plaster.
Beautiful timber flooring under there as well.
And I would like to note, we've got like boucle on the occasional chair, but then on the lounge, it's like a boucle as well, but like a directional, like a striped boucle, which is quite beautiful. But I love the shape of the lounge. It's not just a straight; it's like a straight with a diagonal.
Like got a little, almost like a straw.
Yeah. What? True. No, true. And they've like bent the top out.
I'm in love with it, and also this completely circular cushion. I wonder if
the boucle. It's in boucle as well. I love that.
Far out. Look at this. The thing that I'm saying is,
and the
lighting is off the charts
in this
insane.
house. Yeah,
but
it's
the
incredible.
Thing that knocked me over with this fireplace especially is look at that cornice.
Oh.
That is a curved cornice. You're not going to Bunnings and buying your Gyprock Cove 90 to do that. That must be like
hand
formed
done.
in situ.
Yep.
Like
that's craftsmanship.
Imagine getting
right
this.
there.
I'm gonna use the mouse to like highlight something. How do you do that detail? Where you have your straight bit meeting that.
Surely it would have to be like a horsehair plaster that they wet and form.
Whoever did this is without doubt the most talented plasterer we've like featured on the potty today. Like without doubt. Like we've shown some really crazy stuff, some shadow lines, some P50 details.
What about all the like circular, the Rob Mills, all the circular and the oval skylights? Like,
be honest with you,
that's a plaster.
That is pretty good.
What about all the curved stairs?
A lot of curved stairs. This to me, getting it that perfectly finished in such a tight area.
Radius. Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
True.
That is so gorgeous. And that light.
I also love the fact, I think we spoke about it on our apartment episode, where if you have a particular window colour on the outside, they've gone white on the inside.
They flipped it.
And I don't think that's it. Like that to me isn't an issue that it's black on the outside and white on the inside.
I think it would be at all.
I think it would be really harsh if it was left black. I actually like it.
Yeah.
In the white.
In the same way that if you did it white externally, it would be like,
whoa,
this is off.
Weird. Yeah.
This is just perfectly executed.
It's perfection.
Perfect.
I wouldn't change a thing.
No, I wouldn't either. And like seriously,
the moment.
Even the artwork as well. Like
Stunning.
I've seen so many Instagram reels of people like getting the kind of thickened render and doing it themselves.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should do that for my like little studio at home.
Oh, cute.
Maybe we could like make some for here.
I really suck at arts and crafts.
You have said this so many times.
I really do. Like I just, one, don't have the patience, and two, nor the skill. I'm actually quite special when it comes to crafts.
You're quite
like hot
illiterate.
glue, like hot glue guns. Like,
but that's fine because we were blessed with other creative ambitions.
Yeah, like
design
my mind.
and my mind. You're like the
mind.
Professor Xavier of the design X-Men. That door's not centered. Cyclops.
What?
Do you know X-Men?
No.
Okay.
I know the Xavier's the one in the chair, right?
Yes, he is. He is. That's very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Oh my God.
The stairs.
So, we're having timber moments. We're having white painted stringer and riser moments.
Is that a powder coated aluminium or is that timber?
I think it's timber.
You think it's just timber dowel?
It's timber. Yeah. It's a good question.
Is it a dowel? Surely.
You know what? That's the same detail. We've done nearly this exact same detail on a project at Taringa that will be coming out. I think it is already out of the ground.
We did it in black.
We did. And we also did like cute little like base plates and stuff. It's stunning. It's one of my favorite stair details I've ever done. It's definitely going to get VM'd out.
Are the balusters, are they going past the floor level or are they, I can't really see there.
I think they're recessed into the floor.
I thought you were going to say that.
What an insane detail. And also,
Great noise.
Two other things.
Yep.
Getting a hint of another lighting choice on the stair wall.
Yep. Wall lights now.
And we're also getting just a little...
kitchen.
A little crumb.
A crumb.
A little crumb. 1 second, you've got a hair, like a little eyelash on the bridge of your nose. You're welcome. Because everyone's going to see that on the shit iPhone.
Yeah, they're going to be like...
Oh my goodness, is that a hair on my screen? Impossible. So...
Okay.
As you said, we've got a glimpse of this kitchen.
We do.
Do we dare venture further?
We do. And this is only a glimpse.
This is a glimpse. And you know what's really upsetting is I looked through all of this morning when you sent it through, and I was like, oh my goodness, so good. And then Courtney in our office, like she also had a look at it, and she was like, oh my goodness, don't you love the double island? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like,
You
see
didn't
how there's
notice it?
2 islands? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The same little
In
peep
my
of stone we've got here.
email,
I don't
said,
read.
Oh.
I don't read.
I was like, guys, look at the double island. It was like executed perfectly.
This is ballistic. So this is right next to that formal sitting room.
Yep.
We've got, let me see if I can just go to the image. All right, so this is the one.
Yeah.
So once again, another very cool lighting choice here. I'm really into it.
Love it.
It's beautiful, just beautiful.
You know what it reminds me of?
What?
And everyone can do their own little research, but if you just Google like dot pendant, that's the dot, but that's usually like at the disc.
Is that from Living Edge?
You can buy it from Living Edge.
Yeah.
It's a designer pendant.
It's a designer pendant.
So you can buy it from Lights,
Oh my
Lights,
goodness,
Lights.
everybody look
Living
at me.
Edge.
I'm like a little bit like
look
in the
at
know.
you. And you can buy it in black or brushed brass, and like where
I love this.
think, now correct me if I'm wrong, is that stone, the actual like round plate
It does look
to
like
the pendant?
You know what? It almost looks like the same kind of stone those coffee tables might have been out of.
Oh, good call.
Which is an easy way to tie it in and kick a goal.
disc.
A disc. Like a
disc.
discourse. Not disgusting, a
Just
discourse.
a discus.
All right.
Yeah, a
Another
disc.
big feature
Yep.
we've got here. Same colour vibe of the timber, used
Yep.
sparingly in the kitchen design to do the surround around the range hood cabinetry. And
They did stop at the bench top. You know how I like
you
usually
like fully
carry
wrapping
it
through.
around?
How do you
But
feel about that?
I actually prefer it because all the cabinets are in just that really soft off-white creamy colour, which again perfectly matches the wall colour. It's got the very, very, very thin and kind of contemporary framework, which I'm loving. You know what this reminds me of? Our previous St. Lucia project.
Yes, yeah. The I think people can look it up
Can they?
online.
The
Luciana.
Luciana.
Luciana. Have a look. Renders
In
of
St.
the design
Lucia.
of ours.
It's beautiful. But that was the Shifley profile from Polytech.
Polytech. Getting that real like minute, because that's what we were talking about in like our Hamptons episodes, wasn't it? That you just get that little embossed kind of.
Yeah, it's not the huge chunky like Hamptons kind of style shaker profile.
More modern.
It's just it's really elegant.
All right.
Can we talk about the jewel, like just the layout?
Yeah, I love this. This is something that so you've got an island, a dry island that's set up for seating.
Yep,
And
that's
then
your
you've got-
entertainment, which is closer to the sitting
to the
room,
sitting
which
area
I love
to where
that.
you're doing your entertaining, and then you've got the wet island, which has
your sink
storage
and
as well.
storage, so
We
people
love
can't
this.
sit at the wet. Like it stops people from being, but they can hover around it.
They can
still.
hover, which I mean, we hate people hovering, but this is a good deterrent to it. And say, just go to the other island.
Well, they've got a chair there. They're more likely.
Excuse me, go to the other island.
They're
Don't
more
pull it
likely
around.
to park up.
Yeah, don't park up in the bloody thoroughfare space.
Yeah. Also, love to mention the materials in terms of the stone bench
Keep going. I'm going to see if I can get
and
like a
the
different
splashback.
picture. Oh, I went too far. Yep.
The splashback. I
Like,
love the ceramic
beautiful, isn't it?
splashback. It's got that texture. It's got movement. It's quite like ornate and detailed when everything else is quite simple and pared back. I do love the stone. I think we mentioned this just like off camera prior. I was like, I just wish they chose a different stone. Like,
But here's the thing. It is successful with the stone it's got.
it's beautiful.
Could it have been more successful with another stone? You got to see what it's like in the space. But like, I think that's what you were leading to, is you were like,
personally,
you would personally pick a different.
Yeah, I would go like the inspiration. Oh my God.
Instagram?
Like the inspiration we
The Ben
did.
Cowley one?
Yeah.
Yep.
In the like that chocolatey nougat biscuit.
The like kind of dark and stormy kind of stony.
Yeah, but like all browns and it was warm
Yeah.
and neutral, and that's a bit of me. It's a bit of heaven. But it's a bit of me.
What a way to describe yourself. Bit of me. Actually, you know what's like me? It's heaven. That's it. Heaven.
Nirvana.
You know what? Let me mark that so I can make an Instagram clip.
Don't. All right. So, but that's my personal choice.
Yeah,
and
obviously.
I'm thinking this stone is perfect for this house. Like the room that we just came from, could you expect any other stone? Like maybe a travertine?
Yeah, you're
or
right.
like,
even like, have a look at how much more movement is on the island
waterfall.
here. Like this one here, like if you just take this little crop, I'm like, oh, that's the stone for that.
Yeah.
It's just, I think one of the things that happens with natural stone is
you get
sometimes you get
variation.
blank, sometimes you get really heavy movementy areas.
Yep.
Let's just keep moving. The only other thing I'm going to mention is the freestanding oven, the Wolf. Kind of glad they didn't go
lines
for the
up.
red. Yeah, it lines up with the kind of space between the two islands.
Is that a wolf?
Yeah, it is. I had a look. I've sussed it out, but no red knobs.
Great.
Good bit of
You
restraint.
can choose.
Well,
which
I prefer not for there to be red knobs on this,
also
guys.
prefer.
And the handles are stunning as well. Like,
Also, the bar stool choice, divine. The
Just
leather,
divine.
the leather strap, I love it.
divine. Let's flick through. So
Okay, this was actually one of my favorite images.
another winner of a light.
Oh, look at the tree. Can we all talk about even just the tree? The pendant,
Oh my
the
goodness.
table, the dining
black
chairs.
steel framed,
Yep.
kind of like glazing out into your little courtyard area.
Yeah. Divine.
It's just that dining table as well, like that
Isn't it-
really thick, heavy base, and then everything just cantilevering out
then
from
it's
there
like
is insane.
It's like fluted on the base, and then you get that ripple and splay. Oh,
it's like that
just
slight
so
curve up.
nice.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful
Oh,
stuff. Look at
stop.
the grain
Look at the
on
grain
it.
direction.
We
Honestly,
get a little bit more detail on this light, which is just absolutely making my day because it's an up-down light. So you have the down light straight down for task lighting and then the up light dispersing it with that cool kind of jelly bean shaped kind of like
Yeah,
metal
true.
pressing. And even like this little counterweight thing here to keep it
It's
all
just
like
cool.
balanced up.
It's really cool.
The dining
Even-
chairs look divine
Can
as
we
well.
even talk about the is it candelabra? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Candelabras. Like, how pretty are they?
I like that.
How
It's
cute are they?
same but different as
Yeah.
well. Like it's
It's bringing in a little bit of the black. I love that the chairs have the like steel framework.
Yeah.
It's like all very subtly being like, oh no, this room has a little bit more black.
like, look at the little like credenza thing as well. And even like the little bit of artwork, like the credenza to me, that looks like something, and this is maybe going to be a slightly offensive way to describe it, but it looks like something the fanciest person in the Flintstones would have as their furniture, because it looks like it's just been carved out of stone. Like, look how soft and rounded over like all the edges are.
Flintstones.
Yeah, the Flintstones, like bedrock, like Betty and Wilma and stuff. And
Flintstones.
I can't even remember what the Flintstones, Fred's boss's name is, because he'd be the one who'd have it.
I don't know. What's Fred's wife's name?
It's Wilma.
Oh, Fred and Wilma.
And then Barney and Betty. No,
Barney
no,
and Betty.
Fred and Barney. Barney Rubble.
Okay, I think we've
Betty
gone off.
Rubble. Bam Bam Rubble. Yep. And
Well
then
done.
Dino the dinosaur. And then whatever the daughter's name
Okay.
is. Cool. Next image.
Yes.
Powder room sink.
Look at that
Area.
stone.
We've got a lot going on here. So we've got the same timber that we're running through, like
Yeah.
the same kind of timber palette that we're running
Tones,
through.
yep.
We've got this. You tell me if I'm colorblind. I'm
Yep.
reading this as like a really cool icy blue
Yeah.
like moment with this stone.
Almost greeny. Like I would say that that's like the emerald
does.
haze quartzite.
Yeah,
like
well-
it could be blue if you put cool kind of things with it. It could be green.
You know what probably makes it
Depending
look a little more blue to me is because everything else around it is so warm
Yeah.
that I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is
I would say in terms of like type, it is 100% a quartzite. So you could
Stunning.
see how like quartzite has these like hatchings almost and this like line work. You can actually backlight quartzite. So
oh, you can.
it's almost
too.
got like a translucent look to
yeah,
it. When
like
you,
almost
when you
like
look at
a
the stone.
shadow box or something.
Yeah,
where you can
they
light
always
it up.
see it at like you see it at bars and nightclubs where they like backlight
call.
onyx or quartzite.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I love that, but not as much as I love the next light.
I have to admit, I'm not loving this
This
design.
this specific thing.
Yeah, it's just the cut, like the greeny blue stone for me is like, where did that come from? But that's
Yeah.
just personal.
But all right, so let's take that out of the equation at the
Yeah.
moment. How do you feel about the light?
Oh, I love everything.
Love the light.
Love
How do you
everything
feel about
else.
like the really small little cobblestoney looking backsplash tiles?
I'm
in
not.
the, like,
I don't
warm-
hate it because I like
quite
it.
like
I like it with the timber.
I like it. I
like
like
it
it
with the
even
wall
with like the
lights.
polished. Is
Yeah.
that like a polished nickel
Yeah,
or a?
yeah, it looks like a polished nickel three
Like, I
piece.
just love it
I love
because they
and
could have
you'll
just bailed out and done like brass.
Well, I've always talked again in our building blocks, and I know
Mm-hmm.
people don't come for me. I always say,
Oh Jesus! What are you about to say?
No, I always like I'm the one that's like, no, one metal, don't mix,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
do this.
We've got a few going on here.
We've got a lot, but instead of like, I feel like if you commit and you do every single door handle, you do every single pendant light, and then you have one thing that's like in a different metal, that to me is
Yeah.
like cardinal sin. If you're going to commit and do one, where I don't mind when they purposefully mix. Like we have
Sure.
black pendants, brass pendants, ceramic wall lights. Like we've got every different finish and
I
color
love
in this
it.
house,
I
but
really enjoy it.
they do it in the same spaces together on purpose.
Yep.
It's not one random light here and there.
Yep.
So
Let's keep moving.
I'm here for it. Oh, look at the skirting
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So can you see it's almost like,
on an angle.
well, so you've got, the skirting on the angle, but the stringer, I actually thought the skirting was like 3-tiered. And then I realized that this like bottom one here is actually the stringer of the stair.
Oh, it
and
is.
then the skirting is just like
it's
a
on top
little
of that.
recessed bevel on top of that.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I looked at that and I was like, I want to do like a 3-tiered.
Oh.
Like we've looked at a few Federation homes
Yeah,
where they
we
do
have.
have those really, really
The
beautiful
huge,
like
baseboards
230 height.
plus- Yeah.
And I'm like, goodness me, I want to do that. And even like that little light I alluded to earlier kind of looks like a little pig's nose.
You know, oh, true. You know what I would have loved to see? Opportunity for another project. But if you did that huge baseboard that came to like 230 or 250,
Oh,
pick
I
a
see.
height from a certain point and then carry that all the way down, and then it just like, if the stairs drop.
Yeah.
The
It's a
skirting
consistent
maintains.
line. So like
Yeah.
you end up at like a minimum of 110, but then it fattens up. Okay.
Instead
I
of
don't
like
mind that.
on an angle, I'd prefer it higher
Yeah,
and run
yeah.
it all the way across. You know?
That's a great point. All right. Imagine that is your like little entry console. Oh, hi,
Is
everybody.
this-
Welcome to
Wait,
my
I
house.
think this is the entry console into the master bedroom.
Absolutely stop it. Another stunning light.
It is.
Also, this painting is like,
Is it a painting or an
This
artwork?
is-
It looks.
It
I
looks-
don't know if it's painted on purpose to replicate
it
a
looks
3D
like it's got a
texture.
lot of depth.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking at it, I'm like, I would want this. It almost looks like a tartany kind of like quilt or like a big hospital blanket.
Oh, it does, yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm like, I want that. And the
Yeah.
stone here is the same stone from the kitchen island.
Beautiful.
Stunning. The lights,
The wall lights
are
are
stunning.
cool.
I
Are really
really-
cool. The concrete. Is it
Damn.
concrete? Would you say concrete base?
It looks like it.
Looks
yeah.
like concrete.
Stunning.
Like, cool.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
I
goodness.
knew it.
Everybody.
It was the entry. This is
What a
the
way.
entryway into the master. What did they call it? The primary suite.
the primary suite, because we don't say master. It's a problematic term. We say primary suite.
Mm-hmm.
It's
problematic term.
I listen, I'm just trying to
You're not
cover all
making
the
the
bases here. All right. Let's just go
we go.
top to bottom. Let's go top to bottom. Let's
Okay.
scan this image like you're downloading it in 1999 and it
Okay.
goes top down.
The pendant.
Pendant, stunning. Love
love
that.
it.
Gives
I'm
me
obsessed.
King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table, like a couple of
formal,
candles around.
but it's a contemporary
But
take.
like even
Love
the,
it.
all right.
la, la, la.
All right. Next tier, just a really simple
The windows.
coved cornice. Then the windows. Not a super chunky architrave
No.
around any of these windows.
No.
Just
Just
beautiful.
clean. But I like,
Take it away.
again, that they're white. Just like the living space.
Yeah.
I feel like the super neutral, like this to me is exactly like that front sitting room.
Yeah.
Same color palette. It's all toned down. A lot of boucle.
I'm just looking at like the armchairs and I'm like, it literally looks like a sheep.
I
Like
love
I'm
it.
looking, I'm like, I just want to sit in there.
I
I
love
just
it.
want to sit on it. And not only
I
is
love
it
it, I
the
love it.
occasional chairs, we've got like, what would you call it? It's not really
It's
a
a
day bed. It's
No,
like
it's a window
the
seat.
seat for.
Yeah, it's a window seat that then turns into
Let me see if I
the
can get another image.
headrest. Oh.
The headboard, like stunning. We've got
Stop.
so many things going on here.
Did I say headrest? I meant
headrest.
headboard. Sorry.
We've got like these little bedside
God.
tables.
Stop it.
I did say to Courtney earlier, it kind of looks like when a pirate loses their leg and they get the little like the little wooden thing.
A peg leg.
Peg leg Pete.
It does kind of.
It really does.
I'd rather it have a bit more of a
Actually,
base.
you know what you can see in this image you can't see in the others is that transition from the black painted portion of the
yep, good
window
call.
frames to the white. And this little black channel here, you're thinking like, what's that for? That's probably for you block out blinds to get that full transition. That's an actual channel that they drop in. So
Oh,
there's
really?
no light leak. How cool is that?
Oh, thanks, Mr. Architect.
Hee. What else do you want to say? Like this
even
is
the little like the ball pillow, like that's
same as the one in the living room.
Same. I actually love that they've clearly like the sitting room
Yeah.
and now the bedroom. They've just chosen that primary finish is that boucle, and they've just committed. And Personally, I know everyone's like, oh, trend. I'm not into the boucle. I'm over it. I am so into the boucle.
You know what? Let them do it, because when all the boucle stuff goes on sale, because there's not the demand anymore, we will profit.
I love it. I think, to me, honestly, neutral and texture, like, I'm here for it. So,
but it's never going to go
to me,
out,
it's not a trend. I feel like that's
like,
something
it's just,
that I'll always
it is
love.
fundamentals of design. It's non-offensive. It goes with a neutral palette. You can
Easy
pair
to
it with
keep
what you want to.
clean.
Easy to keep clean. And like just a little bit of fun, bit of texture.
I feel like it's so inviting of a texture and a
It is.
fabric.
Like,
I don't know. It just looks cozy.
Have you watched Get Him to the Greek? That movie with Jonah Hill and Russell Brand?
Oh, Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when they do the thing where they're like
Straight
walking
the ferry
down.
wall?
Yeah. This is what I want to do. I want to walk in there and
Hi?
I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess. But like I just want to like the texture on offer in this house is off the charts.
Yeah. I'm
going to call this my textural like calm place. Whenever I'm having like a day where I'm like I need a little bit of something, I'm going to open up these images and just be like,
just feel better.
Feel better without having to actually feel it physically, I guess.
Well, again, I feel like this bedroom is just like, even look at the size of the artworks. Look at the little like lamps on the bedside tables.
Just
like
beautiful.
It's so refined. It's so pared back. Like they could go nuts. They could have done massive artworks, huge, like over the top lighting.
You're so right about the scale. It really is. That is the exercise in restraint.
Look at the pillows. Have you counted how many pillows I have on my bed?
Yeah.
They have
I think you're saying you got quite a lot.
They have like 3 pillows on there. They've got a bolster and then 2 sleeping pillows.
Is that what you call the big sausage one, a bolster?
A bolster pillow.
Oh my goodness, I've learnt something new
the big
again.
Sausage one.
So let's move. One final thing is timber floors in bedrooms.
Oh.
We're here for it. Big rug.
It's the big rug that makes the difference. You can have timber floors, you can not, but adding that soft rug to get out of bed.
Look at this little like stone side table thing. Like, what are we doing?
So nice.
Oh my goodness. All right.
There we go.
All right. We've indulged a fair bit to get to here. We're 23 images in, so we will start to like pick up the pace a little bit.
Yep.
But
it's the ensuite.
This is the primary ensuite.
Yes.
Not the master ensuite, the primary ensuite. So when you're thinking of a statement I think we even talked about this in one of our previous episodes, was doing your allocations of percentages of how much you're using things. Mm-hmm. Do you think you would be more of a bath person if you had something like this as a setup?
I would love to say yes. But
I would love to say yes, but it still takes too long for me.
To me, that's a beautiful focal point that looks stunning.
Yeah, this would
just be a showpiece that I would clean every week.
You know what? Fair enough. Can I just say, once again, we've got 2 different lights on offer here.
Yep. Stunning.
I don't know which one I like more. I don't know why I like them.
I don't neither. And like, to me, it doesn't like that pendant above the bath to me is so contemporary, and I would never pick it in this project. And yet,
for something that is so symmetrical, like even look at the view out of that center window. We've got the view of like a similar
Juliet
townhouse
balcony
down the back, and the Juliet balcony, and
so cute.
For something that is so symmetrical, the pendant being asymmetrical is not upsetting me at all.
But it's still hung
perfectly
centered.
We've got a his and hers vanity, or hers and hers, or his and his. We've got
theirs and theirs.
Theirs and theirs. Like, you could have built the biggest vanity known to man. We had 2 islands in the kitchen, but we've shown restraint. We've kept them manageable.
Quite
and
modest.
We've got 2 vanities.
Yeah. Great storage.
Modest is that's probably the key word for describing this. It's just the handles, everything is just, oh my goodness, look at that optical illusion as you kind of like lose yourself.
Repeat.
Matrix style.
It's beautiful. Those wall lights, those wall sconces are divine.
They look like,
again, the 3-piece, which to me, like even the individual, like the his and hers or the jewel vanities, the wall sconces, the formal mirror, like that is so traditional yet done.
Here we are.
Done really tastefully, done really contemporary, in a contemporary fashion.
The shower.
Yeah.
So this is, all right, everybody, we've been blowing smoke up their ass for a while. The shower that we're looking at now is probably the only thing that isn't sparking as much joy as the rest of the house is. Am I correct in saying that?
Again, I know you and Courtney had conversations about this prior. I don't actually have that much of an issue with it.
You don't?
I think, to me, the tapware style choice is very traditional. Like,
Sure.
which they've got 3-piece tapware sets everywhere and a polished finish. Like, we're already at that traditional kind of standpoint. And to me, you know, I don't particularly like a shower arm coming off the wall just because, again, I don't like to get my hair wet every time, blah, blah, blah. But they've offered 3 different options for that reason.
The one reason I will say this isn't as successful for me, the mixer set, like the actual levers, love it. The hand shower, love that. The detail on the head of the hand shower, that's all I wanted on the other 2 nozzles. I just want that kind of that rim that then kind of has the recess to where the water comes out. That's all I want because they're just flat.
It?
That's literally the only reason I'm not as sparked with joy with this.
Every single time I look at like American, like you can even go to our Dream Studio McGee, they will have that style of tapware.
Yeah. It's just...
Or what gets me is Americans always do the whole like the drop in, like the shower over bath drop in with a shower curtain.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like
$1 million+ properties with shower curtains.
We nearly bought a house at Ipswich that had that. And I was like, and they were like freshly renovated bathroom with shower over bath. I'm like...
What? With
it was a clawfoot bath as well. And I was like...
Gorgeous.
But I was like, but what an awkward use. It was in the center of the room. It was such an awkward use of space.
I would have loved that set.
No, I'll show you a photo after
I
this.
would have loved to rip that out and redo it with the clawfoot bath.
There's so many things in here I love. I love the niche and everything. It's
all
just
in stone.
It's just the heads
ceiling?
of
The ceiling is
It's a full steam room. It is a full steam room.
There we go.
But I love everything. It's just the actual where the water comes out of the
just the nozzle.
What do you call that? Is that this one here? What's that?
The nozzle?
No, what do you call
shower
this?
arm.
Shower arm, and then the ceiling dropper. It's just the nozzle that's not doing it for me.
Okay.
Because everything else is so...
It is just the shape?
Because I can see... Well, like for this one, I'm imagining it's like a flat plane of metal that's got the holes done into it. Where with this one, you can see the little like...
Individual nozzles.
things, and they're like black. And I don't want that. I want it to be that kind of...
You just want it flush.
I just want it flush, and I want
like
that little bit of a...
The overhead doesn't have it.
The overhead's similar, but I still want that little bit of a lip around the outside of it. You feel me? That's my issue with it, because it looks like they've gone to Bunnings and gotten those because they ran out of stock.
They would probably be
so expensive. And like, I'm just having a moment because I'm looking at this and they've not put a foot wrong yet. And I'm like,
okay. No, I get your point.
I think
in terms
I'm looking
of like
for things now.
The individual little nozzle things.
I'm self-sabotaging.
Okay, I get it. But the individual little nozzle things like are usually in plastic, and like to me that is like, cheap.
It's a grey plastic, yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So, okay, fair call. Fair call.
That is, but like,
is that it?
Literally, that's it, because we were having a look at the video earlier. There's a flipping seat in this thing as well. To me,
it's not actually the shower head design. To me, it's the arm. It's really short, like really short. If you actually had like a 200 or a 250, I'd even say a 300 long arm coming off the wall, you'd be able to tilt that shower head.
Manipulate it how you need to be.
Yeah, and it won't look so... Nasty.
Let's keep. I mean, even the little like soaps and stuff in the bowls are gorgeous.
Adorable.
Whatever. This is like the upstairs, like kids
landing
retreat, like media room, theater room, spill out space. We've got
because I don't think we discussed this off camera. The ladder, that's just like attic space or something.
Attic space. It's just free real estate.
So for storage, and they're just showing the ladder there because the ladder creeps me out a little bit.
What? It might not be just for storage. Who knows? There might be that they might have access to their roof even.
Oh, roof terrace.
Yeah, it could be a roof terrace. Could be like a kid's space again. Like you could have, I don't know, whatever up there. Why haven't they shown
photos of it? And
I don't know. Maybe they couldn't get up there.
Or just like the ladder. It just looks so like shonky. Like you're gonna fall down that and then fall down the stairs and die.
We did. There was an image we were looking at. We're like, and I'm gonna fall off that,
and we're gonna die.
But like,
needs
seriously,
like safety rails.
Like, look at this thing. Oh, I've gone forward too far. This huge skylight over the stair, spilling light into that middle level because we're restricted on openings. So on sides, so we've got front and back. So it's a shallow plan. We use above. And like even these like little chairs, like
they're so nice.
What on earth? Like we've got some fluted like looking cabinetry over to the left here.
I think for the people at home as well, one really key issue that we always run into with clients is how to style or how to use that landing space, it can get awkward, can't it? Because it's always like thoroughfare space.
It is.
Do you want to put a little study nook up there? But like, how many people are actually going to use that study? Is it practical? This to me like ticks all the boxes in terms of clear thoroughfare space. The balustrade for the stairwell actually works as like almost like the backrest for the lounge.
Yep.
You've got like it feels really comfortable to like walk in front of, but then as you said, that skylight just changes the game.
It really does. I mean, we've got a little mini, what do they call it? A mini bar?
Mini bar or kitchenette.
Bar kitchenette area, like far out with this same, it's because it's not
beautiful.
a part of the main kitchen. It's got this vertical profile battening to it. Stunning. Look at the uptime details, like similar style of splashback tiles. I'm not sure if they're exactly the same or not.
I think it is maybe a different color.
Even the like stone on the
it's
the
like a
bench top here. It's like a terrazzo. Like we're having fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
Was this the nursery?
Yeah, this is what they called the nursery.
We love wallpaper. Like the lights almost look like little flower petals.
They are little flowers.
I'm melting. We've got beams.
Yeah.
We've got Studio McGee. Like I think they described them as like, was it peach beams? Like peach tinted beams. Like just beautiful.
So
even the same shaker style profile on the doors, like the internal doors. I don't know if we've talked about that yet.
Yeah.
It's just
pretty. Look at the pendant light as well.
Beautiful light. Like, oh my
the built-in cabinetry.
I think this really does. This image here shows like how peachy these beams are, and they look a little bit distressed. They look existing. I don't know if they've kind of brought these in and clad them, or if they are the existing beams that they've just.
I like that they've obviously like look at the little ottoman in front of it. Like they've clearly picked up on that color palette.
They've done some work.
And then even the wallpaper, it's got those like very very subtle like.
You're right. Yeah, it does too.
Tinges of that peachy tone. It's
just
really
stunning.
Pretty. And then this is the accompanying ensuite to that nursery.
It's like a little baby version of the lights in the master.
It is.
We've got this
cute.
kind of like tile on the floor is so inviting. It pairs very well with the timber cabinetry.
It's almost got that. I'd say that's like the peach tone. Like that's why they chose that.
Like even the tiles for the shower over bath, as you said, with the shower curtain that pulls across.
Multi-million-dollar home still has a shower curtain.
Or the hobbed bath or the undermount bath is done in stone. Like the surround of it's done in stone. But then the tiles have almost got like a pattern on them. Like they've got depth to the tile. And I don't mind it. And even the cute little mirror above with our polished.
The little arch. And then the master has did the master have pill-shaped mirrors? Or did it have arches? I can't even remember.
You know what? Listen, for the sake of just making sure.
Oh, they didn't. It was just like squoval.
A squoval?
Oh, you don't get your nails done. You're not a lady.
No.
When they're like, pick your shape.
I thought you made a word up then and I was like, squoval.
It's not
really?
square. It's not square. It's not oval. Squoval.
Oh, I love that. Do you know what a prom is?
A what?
A prom. And it's not the dance one.
Oh, I was about to say a prom dress.
No, a prom is half a promise. When you want to tell someone, you like,
no.
When someone's like, do you promise? And you go, prom. And then they go, what is that? And you go, that's half a promise.
So what? That's not, it means nothing then.
It's a prom. A half promise not to do it.
You keep your proms.
Okay. More images of this.
Bizarre with the shower. This one I will give you. This one is bizarre and I do not like it.
This one looks like real territory to scratch your back up, but that's fine. It's just an ancillary bathroom. It looks like it's almost they were trying to put spaces in to maximize the numbers or the figures in terms of like it needs to have this, it needs to have many bathrooms.
I bet you it was just original in terms of like bath and mixer, great. Shower, like on an arm, great. And then they're like, oh no, we like to bath the kids or like to bath the dog, or they added the hand shower. I just don't like that it's
I think
on
the curtain
side.
Stacks back on the wrong side as well. If the curtain's not in there as well, I would have the curtain stacked back on the vanity side because you've already got that gap.
Why a curtain? Honestly, the bar, the curtain, just put a fixed piece of glass. It's not that hard.
I mean, this is another bedroom. Like we've got a similar style of like light. It's just
stunning.
The flooring is so beautiful. And this is like the fourth rug we've seen. Yeah. It's just doing my head in how beautiful this is. This is the one I was talking about earlier. Yeah. So same kind of style tile.
Look at that toilet.
The toilet, I think, is
it touching the vanity?
Like if those, all right, so here's the game. So if you look at the floor tiles, they're probably 300 mil by 600 mil, I'm imagining. Mm-hmm. I dare say you were 300 mil off the vanity there. So that is a 600 wide toilet provision, assuming that's equal. That is That is a record. That is 150 mil smaller than our minimum that Mikaela and I would like to recommend as a minimum. 900 is a good one.
Ooh.
It's tight. It looks tight.
Ooh. I would have just tackled the design a bit differently. If the space was that small and you're like, you know what, that's the shower, you can't change it.
Yep.
And if that's the only bit of wall that I had for a toilet and a vanity, I try and do like a little nib wall. I do a floating vanity. I do an in-wall cistern to like, and I'd even do like a wall hung in-wall cistern.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just try and free up some of the space.
Get the vanity off the floor, get the toilet
Agreed.
pan off the floor. To me, that's just highlighting how tight it is.
Let's move out there. This is just a fully like glass enclosed shower. Like another take on how they did the handles on the vanity.
Cute. Do you like the tile?
I don't like the tile, and I would also like to point out that I think these lights, although cute, are so far the weakest of the bunch.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
but is that just because it's
tough
placed?
company? It's tough company, and it's also placed with like quite a confined. This is a stretch compared to some of the other spaces.
Fair.
Still beautiful. Like if this was my house, I'd still be stoked with it.
Obviously.
But compared to some of the other spaces we've seen, not quite there. This is
beautiful. The beams.
We're getting right towards the end now. We've got another living area with the beams.
This is down on the like.
I think this is down on the ground.
Basement level.
Yeah.
Yep.
Down from the street. We've got a pool table. We've got a second kitchen with a little wine area.
Full entertainment kitchen.
Like an outdoor area like that. Are you for real, guys? Look at this. Like how beautiful is that? And like
stunning.
I don't even care that people are looking down in on me. And this is the back of it. And we're back at number 1. Yeah. So we did promise you one final thing.
Yeah.
We've got some before and after photos, which is not something we're used to having.
No.
So you can see on the left, I'll say a bit of a dirtier look to the building. So even just cleaning it up and kind of maybe the photo was taken with a little more daylight, but
I feel like the
bricks have come to life. Yeah. Those new stairs Mikaela was talking about, but pretty much everything else has been retained.
Yeah.
Like all the details there. Like as we kind of pan up, you can see more. This used to be a window, now a doorway. There would have been some pretty stringent, like painful planning processes to go to get to that stage. But like, look at that, just beautiful. This is that little courtyard area we were just in. What was there before? What's there now?
That looks so grotty before, and like, look what can be achieved.
Yeah, and
this is why I love renos.
Like looking back into the plan there, like we got rid of these 2 windows. We put in
they extended out.
Oh, we did too. We built a little bit more down here. That's a great use of space. Got the stairs to connect on the upstairs. So we've got a little deck area here. We got rid of these windows, put in that. You can see the new lintel they threw in to replace the old. It looks like they might have even replaced or touched up some of the bricks as well.
From the original? Yeah, it looks like it was already kind of half renoed.
Yeah, so potentially what they would have done is any of the bricks that they needed to replace or that weren't consistent, they might have taken those out and just redistributed them. Just beautiful. That's the before and after. That's it. We'll put the links to the video in the description. I think we're done.
Yep.
Another week, another beautiful project. Wow. And I couldn't be happier with it.
We've already got another one in the bag.
We do. We've got so many banked up right now.
I'm
it's
really
just going to be great
for the next one as well.
But Mikaela,
yes,
thank you very much for this episode.
Thank you, Lockie.
Everybody at home, I hope you appreciate the Instagram lighting. We've got just a lot of influencer stuff. We're open for brands to like make content with. Like we're up for partnerships.
Oh,
we've got the lighting. Like we can do branded content.
We can.
Like
we can do anything.
This episode was brought to you by the wonderful MacBook Pro.
I feel like of all brands, Apple does not need any help.
Listen, I'll talk to Tim Cook. I'll get him on the phone. Okay.
Good.
So without further ado.
Yep.
And once again, perfect timing because it sounds like everything's falling over outside. Mm-hmm. Let's play the music.
Let's do it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Toodaloo.
We've come to the end of another episode. If you have any questions, reach out to us on our Instagram @GrabTheTrace. Following, sharing, leaving a review or a rating is the best way to help the show. Our opening and closing music was created by Robert Hellberg. And whilst we try to help as much as possible, this podcast is of a general nature and won't be able to take into account your individual circumstance. If you need personalised advice, you should engage a relevant professional consultant to help make the best decisions for your situation. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.